What is the ideal breakfast?
That's such a loaded question because ideal is going to be different for everybody, right?
I know.
And what is breakfast? Like, really, what is breakfast?
A meal.
Like, is it the first meal? Well, if you break it down,
It's breaking the fast. So it'd be the
some people might be right away in the morning at 6 a.m. Other people might be 2 in the afternoon. So what is ideal? I don't think it's any different than any other meal.
I don't think so either. Protein, fat, carbs.
Right. So, are we getting a good source of protein? Maybe that's from eggs. Maybe that's from mixing in a little bit of meat with the eggs.
Maybe it's a chicken breast. We get so focused that breakfast needs to be breakfast foods that we forget breakfast is really just like any other meal.
Right. So it could be leftovers from the night before. Are we getting... So I really like eggs. Eggs are great because not only are they a good source of protein, a good source of fat, they're going to provide some vitamins and minerals as well. So they're one of the coolest, I would say one of the coolest foods. So eggs are great, but it can be anything. But are we getting protein? Are we getting veggies? Basically, are we getting our micronutrients, right? That's where fruits and vegetables come into play. If we're needing carbs or carb tolerant, are we getting carbs? Are they good sources of carbs? And then are we getting good fats? So do we have olive oil? Do we have avocado? Do we have coconut oil? Do we have some butter? Are we getting some good fats with that meal as well? And so I don't think it really changes whether it's breakfast or whether it's supper or dinner. Like the same components or the same things still apply. There's probably some, like, you are a little bit more insulin sensitive in the morning than you are in the evening, but then there's also stuff out there that says, like, you should eat all your carbs at supper time versus in the morning. So it's all over the place. So what that tells us is, like, the basic principles still apply, right? Eat your protein, get some good fats, get some good carbs in, get some veggies in, and then, like, also manipulate your carbs depending on what your goals are. Like, that's an easy way to go about it. In weight loss mode, maybe cut back a little bit on carbs. Not too concerned about it. Want to build some muscle? Probably add some more carbs. So it doesn't need to be complicated.
I think we so often look for, like, what's the perfect thing to eat for all of our meals, and it really is simple. Do I know where it came from? What's the source? If I was going to read the label, what's on it? Virtually eating the majority of the stuff without a label on it, an apple is an apple. Like, as close as you can get to nature is usually ideal, but protein, fat, carbs, like...
Yeah. And I think a lot of people too, just being consistent, like, just eat the same thing. Like, and that's okay. I wouldn't be too concerned about, do I eat the same thing? It's probably good to change it up every once in a while. If you were to eat the same thing every day for years on end, maybe you develop some intolerances to some of those foods. It's definitely a possibility. But
if you're eating, like, a pretty clean diet, and that most of your intolerances won't develop. Also, I do a hash. That's basically my breakfast every day. I do some kind of protein, ground beef, ground pork, chicken, turkey sausage.
Do you make that in advance and then just heat it up?
Yeah, I reheat it. So, and then some kind of veggie, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, something that I like roasted. And then carb-wise, maybe butternut squash. Zucchini works really great in it. Right this week I'm using sweet potatoes. So I cook the veggies I use olive oil.
Do you just roast the veggies?
I roast. So this week I did mine as a sheet pan meal. I did chicken sausage, which I don't like, but I'm eating anyways because I'm like, oh, this looks good. I don't know why I ever buy chicken sausage. Chicken sausage, Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes, 400 degrees, tossed it in the oven, and cooked it all on the sheet pan.
And you can't do eggs, can you?
I'm currently not doing eggs, but it'd be an easy add eggs too.
Right.
You could crack the eggs and put them on the sheet pan and bake it all together.
We're gonna do an FF Uncensored on how to cook the perfect egg.
Like, what kind of egg?
It's gonna be awesome.
What's the perfect way?
How do you like? I don't want to spoil it. There's lots of ways to cook eggs, but there is cooking the perfect egg. I love eggs.
How do you like your eggs cooked?
My thing at a restaurant, I always ask for my egg over medium, just to test the chef's skills. No, because to get a true over medium, super challenging. Yeah, super. You have to take it off the heat. You might end up with an over hard egg. It usually comes out over hard because don't take it off soon enough, and it has to finish the cooking process on the plate, and then it gets to that, like, jelly yellow. And not hard yellow, not runny yellow, but that kind of, like,
which means
jelly-ish yellow.
Do you like a soft boiled egg?
So soft boiled eggs are a wonderful way to do eggs, and we actually did that with our children. That was one of their first foods was a soft boiled egg, But there's some tricks to that too.
There are tons.
So maybe we do a whole episode on eggs because I love eggs, and then I'll eat them all because you can't.
I will eat. I love eggs. I will eat the eggs. But I like my eggs over medium as well is usually ideal. But I always order mine over easy at a restaurant because I'd rather have over easy than over hard.
Over easy on a hash though is solid because you have
the things to soak up the eggs.
Soak it up, and then it's just a wonderful experience. And just cooking scrambled eggs. We learned some things about cooking scrambled eggs to make it better.
You have to whip them in a bowl. You cannot think that you're going to put them in the pan and whip them and they're going to be fabulous. But that is the key. Some people say that milk is the key, but if you whip them outside of the pan, you can still make them fluffy without the milk.
That and adding some salt. Salt, because salt assists in the breakdown of the egg proteins.
Okay, we need to stop because I feel like we're going to have a whole egg episode.
We'll do an egg episode. I kind of like this off-site type of episode. It's fun to just talk about different things.